Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You see what this says. Send cash app donation to $QUARAILHALE. Graffiti Jungle. Cigar Talk, Social Media News Reporter, Ghetto. Those are the options. Those are the options for the poll. Those are the options for the poll right now. As you see, we got some Fruit Loops. We got some Fruit Loops for breakfast. It's all part of a whole nutritional breakfast, right? I got the Switch, and I got my iPad, and of course, I really gotta give a name to this bag. We calling it clutch right now. This is my clutch bag, bro. Like it be coming in the clutch. So I'm trying to keep track of everything to talk about or mention here. But that just gave me another little jam. It's like, who's ever had, be like, here are Fruit Loops or Captain Crunch Berries, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cinnamon is the one I'm on, Apple Jacks. I don't know. I haven't seen Apple Jacks in a really long time, but we don't really miss Apple Jacks. You know what I'm saying? They're okay. Apple Jacks might be better than Fruit Loops though. For smacks. Anyway, all those good cereals, all right? I make sure. Smacks, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, Captain Crunch Berries, top tier cereals. All right. But, and there's this other one, I don't know, I think, because there's these Kind granola bars. They might have had a cereal, and that might be good too. But I'm not sure if that was the name of the cereal. There's a non-GMO healthy cereal, but all these commercials, they always got like cereal, toast, orange juice, and an orange and apple and a glass of whatever, or apple or orange juice. Like, yeah, it's a part of a whole breakfast. Like, who's ever had that? Like, who's ever had that breakfast that's on TV? Like, who's ever had that? You know what they be missing? They be missing the eggs, the French toast, the sausage. That's the real breakfast. French toast. Oh, it goes in the order here. Goes French toast, pancakes, and then waffles. Pancakes are better than waffles, and French toast are better than both of them. French toast be busting. Okay. The only reason I say that now, with these, I would need to mention these not even. They look like fruit. They look like Fruit Loops, but they're not Fruit Loops. These fruit spins. Gotta have fruit spins and fruit rings. Funny. We got the Switch. That was so crazy that Fire and Violet is really like an Animal Farm Pokemon. But welcome to the Graffiti Jungle in another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. On this episode of Tangential Thoughts, we're going to jump into some social media news. I thought it was funny yesterday. I said, it was like a ghetto social media reporter. I have an interview around like 10:40, so I need to make sure I'm watching the clock here. Now, thankfully, I put most of the stuff. I put some stuff on YouTube, And the rest of the time, I put on my Instagram story so I can just click it, go back to it. Now that Lakers are no longer in the playoffs, now I was scrolling, I did see it won't crazy, it won't hit me like crazy, but I was wondering who else is Embiid playing with? Who else is Embiid playing with on the Sixers? And somebody had mentioned Maxi last night from the highlight that I saw. Maxi, the score was like, I don't even got to think too hard about it. But I didn't post that one here. Score was like 96 to 90. Maxi comes down, hits a three, gets fouled on the three, so it's really a 4-point play. Then these are the last few seconds of the game. Then I'm assuming, because I watched the game, that they fouled somebody from the Knicks and they go to the line, make one, and split their free throws. Because their score goes up by one. So their score is 97 to 94. Maxi comes back down, hits another three from the logo, ties the game up, forces overtime. I forgot to mention, I saw a game called Cigar of the Pharaohs. Cigar of the Pharaohs. I just want to show it real quick. You know me. It's now at first for me to say it, it would have been da da da, but for me to see this game right here, for me, that was like confirmation. Cigars of the Pharaohs. I don't know when cigars were invented, but what if the pharaohs were smoking cigars? That would be tough. And like my Instagram handle and social media joint is Kim Dynasty, QM, Kim KHEM, Kim Dynasty. So my podcast is called Cigar Talk. So like that joint. There's a couple things I've been saying, but that's a frequent mosquito. Oh shoot, I missed that up. No, I did do a little freestyle yesterday, and it go a little something like this. See, that's another thing with the freestyles. With the freestyles, how do I say it? They're I used to be walking, then I'll be thinking or something. So let me see if I can get you how it started. How it started versus how it's going before and after. What happened? I was thinking. Never mind. Let me just say it. Let me just say it. So it's like I used to listen to Wayne from the Drug 3 to No Sellers. Then I used to listen to Drake. I had to get up out my feelings. Then I started listening to Kanye. And when you following Jesus, watch. You'll never go the wrong way. Go the wrong way. As long as you look, there's that freaking mosquito. If you follow when Jesus walks. As long as you follow in Jesus' walks, you'll never go the wrong way. So it don't matter. I don't know what to do. It don't. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? It went down the wrong pipe. Well, what does the other pipe go to, bro? Like, I just drunk some more, ate some more. And neither one of them cleaned it out. They were coughing. Where did the other pipe go? Okay. Okay. Things really out. Drink silk milk. Drink almond milk. All right. I think I talk. So, I used to listen to Wayne from the drought to no ceilings. Then I used to listen to Drake. I had to get up on my feelings. Started listening to Kanye. And as long as you following Jesus walks, you never go the wrong way. So it don't matter if I do it with my cigars, art, or fashion. I'ma always succeed as long as I got some action behind whatever. No. I gotta get it right. Yo, this is like my practice, bro. All this is why I be practicing so much, cause like, what you gonna do when it's finally time for you to get on in front of some people? You gotta have practiced it so much that it's just like second nature, and it's just like automatic. So that when you get into the moments of being on stage or in front of people, you're not even thinking about it so much because you don't practice it. Like when you get to a space where you're not thinking, you can't think, and it's just. Yeah, I got the mosquito. All right. I used to listen to Wayne from the drought to no ceilings. I used to listen to Drake. I had to get up on my feelings. Started listening to Kanye, and as long as you following Jesus' walks, you never go the wrong way. So it don't matter if I do it with the cigars, my art, my poetry, or my fashion. I'ma always succeed as long as I put in some passion behind whatever action. I'm gonna be running like Mussolini. They gonna call me a fascist. Thank you. Finally. All right. Now to break to break that down. Wayne's mixtapes. The drought 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da. No ceilings. Da 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 da. Those mixtapes vibes. You got to be on that to know that. If you know, you know. But a lot of people know. Then I said, start listening to Drake. Had to get up on my feelings. Drake has a song called "In My Feelings." Wayne is sampled on that song. Then you got Kanye. One of Kanye's very first songs that people was listening to was called "Jesus Walks." That joint fire. You know what I'm saying? That joint still like you sit there and play that joint like yo, he was going in, yo. Boom. And then that's why I was like, all right, it doesn't matter if I do it with my cigars, my art, poetry, or fashion. But here's um, it's another mosquito. So then when I'm sitting there walking, I'm like, all right, what rhymes with fashion? And that was like passion, and then I was like action, and then I just decided to put the passion and the action in the same sentence, kind of sort of. So it was like rhyming within your sentence, and I was like, I'm gonna always succeed. It took me a little minute, but I finally got to put it where I was like, I'm gonna always succeed as long as I follow, as long as I put some passion behind whatever action. Boom. And then when I saw fashion, you know what I'm saying, I thought about fascist, and it was like I'm gonna be running shit like Mussolini. So I look back into Mussolini. Benito Mussolini is an Italian douche. It's D-U-C-E, so I'm not sure how you really say that. But if you just Google his name, it's gonna say Italian douche, former douche, whatever, douchebag. So whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's douche though, but I feel like it might be because that D-U-C-E reminds me of Duce. It might be Duce because you know they got Dolce, which D-O-L-C-E, and that C-E makes it apparently it's Dolce. That's what we say. We say Dolce and Gabbana. I don't got no Dolce and Gabbana. So I just be hearing people say Dolce and Gabbana. So it might be Duce. That sounds way better than douche. I think he's a former Duce. But Duce is leader, dictator of Italy. You know what I'm saying? In that fascist party. And I think that's, World War II and whatnot. So that was just a little bit of, if people got to know, like, yo, who is Mussolini? What are they really talking about? You know what I mean? Alright. So that was what I had to break that down. Look, there it is. I just moved this junk to. You ever, I don't know. What the heck is, man, mosquitoes. Okay. But I guess the biggest headline news, which took over everything, was so of course you gonna figure something out. There's a social media that's gonna like push certain things, and if people talking about certain such, it's gonna say that's just gonna be a thing for a little minute. Like it's really weird, and I don't really understand it, but that joint is annoying. And that joint just hovering. That joint is really trying to figure out a spot. And all my clothes is like, I got all these cuts and rips in my clothes and stuff. So that joint really can just really still get me. But like, it's just, bro, it's just weird that it'll be like everybody talks about it type of thing. And it's like, where's the source? Like, how does it get those trending topics? Is weird, man. And because you will see everybody talk about it for a day or whatever. Like, that's weird. So, because I don't even know when it started. I don't know where it starts, what it originates, and why is it all the time like for instance, the whole whatever the joke is, look between the R and the I on the keyboard. That whole thing, look between these two letters on the keyboard. Why is that a thing? Shrek and Mike Myers was trending for a little bit. Like, it's like, why? Like, why randomly? This and that. But yesterday, I'm scrolling a little bit and I see like Drake. This what got me. It said, Kendrick said that Drake be twerking with Sexy Red or something like that. No, it was something along the lines of J. Cole said this, Drake said this, Kendrick said da 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 da, like Kendrick went in. So I saw that like once or twice. And so I'm like, oh, he must have really responded. He must have really dropped a response. So of course, I'm like, okay, how do I go find it? Where do I go? I go to YouTube. I'm like, all right, Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria. Well, no, I typed in Kendrick Lamar, Drake this, and then Euphoria pops up. And so, of course, now one infographic what somebody put up was he puts this. Let me see if I can pause it. Oh shoot. Okay. He puts this. And apparently Kendrick Lamar, the Euphoria video had 5.6 million views in 8 hours, whereas the Drake it had 5.6 million in 8 hours, whereas the Drake had 6.1 million in 11 days. Oh, and this is why I was like, we got so much to cover tomorrow on Ghetto Fake News, Social Media Reporter. So, I listened to it, and I was like, all right, boom. Now, he switches up the flow a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all know me. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Kendrick on my friend like Derek. Like, if you go through a library of music, I'm not having not one song. Like I don't even kind of want to play it type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like. You know how you got a random throwback on you got random throwbacks on your phone like that every once in a while you miss hearing it. You want no, I don't even have I don't have nothing like that. Like I do not listen. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then so his Drake, I mean his diss not even something that bro, like that's my thing, man. I don't even want to listen to it. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like there's music that's like that. Like I just don't even want to listen to it, bro. And so uh-oh. Now, when I be following the Yeezy reports, there's a couple pages I follow. And one of them is J.A. John Alexander. He got the Yeezy news. That's a plug. No, if I come over here, bro, I got a stream somewhere, bro. Look, it's always a weird sound. I just don't like that weird sound of music, bro. I don't like it. And it ain't even, so I listened to it to see the bars that people was gonna sit there and drop. And I listened to it and I posted on one of the shorts just to see for that traction, that clout, right? Ain't do nothing yet. Look, Fox News. Well, I'm not even sure this is really Fox, but it says Fox 26 Houston. It said Kendrick Lamar releases scathing diss track targeting Drake. Then he got a skit already. How Drake was in the studio listening to Kendrick diss. Okay. So the only bar that I went through and I tried to listen to it for real. They was like, he said something about the melodies. That I like the melodies. I don't like when Drake was trying to act tough. People was like, I understand what you're saying. Like, Then he was like, we don't want to hear you saying nigga no more. We don't hear you say nigga no more. Then he said, he got a couple songs with him in here. I actually don't know where it's at right now. Matter of fact. Okay, here. And I think since it's not like a real song or whatever, it's just, this is it. We can play it.
Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew.
Okay, and then Rick Ross. Oh, Rick Ross is so weird. Yeah. Stuff like that. So, like I always said, I would be very well okay if Kendrick never made a song, ever. Now, Versus pops up and posts this joint. Now, I put myself in it. But Versus has this infographic. And sit here and think about this, bro. It said, and mind you, look what's happening. Look what you gotta put. Look what they have to. You actually have to put. Is Drake on one side versus Kendrick, Rick Ross, Metro, Future, and Kanye. All of them against one. And if you gotta go, I don't care if you gotta go song for song. The only person that will go song for song with Drake on this infographic is Kanye. And Kanye been doing it way longer. And it would still be a close battle. And you know how that Kanye got some type of complex or whatever with Drake. And how now because there's a whole ploy and scheme on some you know what I'm saying, Drake potentially smashing Kim. 1. 2, Kanye does a whole performance with Drake. Drake sings one of his songs and people are like, oh snap, Drake singing this joint is not what did. Hearing Drake sing that one song is not what we knew we needed, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, Drake, like a lot of people come up for whatever his ghostwriters and a third, but who has the better sound? You know what I'm saying? And so Drake get up there and sings one of his songs and people really rock with it. Like, that's another thing. And then he Kanye even goes on some, he says something about, he made it in a competitive sense. He made the performance with Drake into a competitive sense when originally it was on some, yeah, we squashed the beef type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Drake had that one line on some, bro, why you always doing this? And then you gonna flip the, you know what I'm saying? It might be in, and then secretly beefing me behind closed doors. He said something like that. He says that line like, why you trying to always like you trying to squash the beef and then secretly beefing me behind closed doors? Nigga has some decency. You know what I'm saying? And so they've had a long standing beef. You know what I'm saying? Kanye and Drake, and he just be dropping subliminals. Now, with all of these disses and there's been a lot of rap beefs and disses lately. Apparently, I think Lotto had something with somebody, I'm not even sure. Might have been against with Ice Spice. You know what I'm saying? Lotto was telling Ice Spice to get into the booth. And Ice Spice is just a carefree. Ice Spice don't care about nothing. Ice Spice know what her claim to fame is. Ice Spice gonna get on this jank and just twerk a little bit and talk about, yeah, I got my money. Y'all sitting here talking about this and that. Boom, boom. She gonna say the same things at every song, but it's like, what do you want to say to her? She's just light skinned with a fat butt. So, and it's like, yo, That's what, bruh. But I think, well, Ice Spice looked like she got a natural body. It looked like it. It just looked like she got a natural body and she ain't had nothing done to it. Whereas, they be coming at Lotto like she be capping. Because Lotto was on some, if you don't got electric toothbrush, we don't trust you. And then Lotto was on a picture talking about nightly routine with a non-electric toothbrush. And it was like, she don't even trust herself. She just be capping. She be saying, she was like, he is acting super weird. Like, I don't know when or how, at what point his personality changed. Like, that Big Meech, Larry Hoover, ugh, that Rick Ross doesn't exist no more. I don't know who this new guy is. Um, as long as he took, you know how long he took to respond? It's been weeks, maybe a month. It may be months. It's been a long time. And he put a 6-minute song out. Somebody said it was like a setup song for something more, because he also called it Euphoria, and Euphoria is a weird, you know what I'm saying, deviant sexual show. And Drake, has had some questionable, um, moments out there. Metro Boomin, Drake, you know what I'm saying, that one line against Metro Boomin, like, you do drums, like, you don't even rap, like, and you're good. You're good at what you do, though. You know what I'm saying? So I have no beats or qualms with Metro Boomin. Now, Future does have some really good songs, though. You know what I'm saying? He got some bangers and what we will call classics in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He got some classics, and so, but catalog wise, it's just not like you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not on some, when you talk about catalog and their songs and whatnot. Future isn't going to. Because you know how they be like, oh, this person is underrated or they don't get enough shine. Bro, how that don't happen too much or too often. Like, it's just not, you know what I'm saying? So they are who they are, you know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, boom, boom, boom. But he got some classics. And Kanye, we know, is classic, legendary, but he be having some weird complex and it'd be super like, because there's a reason he has to keep dragging, you know what I'm saying, Drake, or trying to take those shots at us. So I was like, there's some type of weird complex that happens, and it's something that maybe we may never know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some stuff behind the scenes that we just don't know about. But my poems is better than whatever Boom Boom put out lately. Now I like that, and yeah. Now they said, Drake put out cease and desist on like that and tried to get it taken down. And so they be saying like he got certain type of connections or whatever to pull. Cause for instance, I think they said, bro, I remember when Kanye said, remember Kanye was really trying to figure out when Drake was going to release his album, and he wanted to release his album at the same time just to see whose album was going to do better, type of thing. And Drake leaked Kanye's album, so he had to just drop it. And then he dropped his a couple days afterwards, and that took all the shine. And so they be like, Drake has some type of weird control in the music industry. That's what they be saying. Like, they be saying that he got some type of weird control in the music industry. And I don't know if I said energy industry. I'm trying to say industry. I didn't know if I said energy or imagery. But he got some type of weird control. So like, how did he get access to, you know what I'm saying, when Kanye's going to release his album? How does he leak Kanye's album like that? And then for you to be putting cease and desist on somebody else's, um, probably stuff. And then that's the thing. Like right now, they be like Drake and Future are beefing over a girl, and it's like, son, again, that joint is just so weird to me. How did y'all just are enamored and over one. You know what I'm saying? Over one. Y'all need to be, hey, y'all need to be like Chris Brown. I don't know where Chris Brown be finding his Jones at, bro. Chris Brown be finding his Jones somewhere, bro. And it's on some, I don't know. I don't know. So, it's weird, bro. Drink beefing with so many people from so many avenues. And I see that mosquito again. John Morant in the NBA. All the people in the rap game. Hey, this man. Oh, shoot. Keep moving, babe. Keep moving. Keep moving. Go. Now I'm about to put a stick. Because mosquitoes is trying to get on her body. She's standing there. So, like, if you don't move, you just stand still. Yeah, they really about to get on you. So, yeah, 43, 44, 444 with a 3. Faked it that time. So, yeah, that joint funny, bro. That joint funny.